Hi Libra, welcome to your, oh dear, do I have this focused? I don't, do I? Yes, okay. Welcome to your unexpected reading for, okay, February-ish, probably till about the 10th, from now to the 10th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Happily ever after, that flew out, just saying. Contentment and satisfaction, love, happiness, joy, the whole shebang. Libra. Okay, Libra. Libra. Magician. Figuring out what you want and how to create it or sustain it. No. You're too close. Is that what it is? Okay. All right. The Sun. Nice. Okay. Page of Swords. 9 of Cups. King of Swords. 8 of Coins. The Wheel. All right. So we got 3 heavies here. This is kind of a big deal, kind of pivotal for you. I'm going to pull a court card out of a different deck so that, that I can clarify one of these with it. So for Libra, Knight of Cups. Okay, so we got a water sign that could be involved in this happiness. You have your sights set on an offer from Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio here. So beginning conversations, sending indirect communication, watching and waiting. This is the yes card, things being resolved, conflict resolution, things working out, coming to agreement, happy times for all involved. And this is figuring out how to make something work, or now that you've got that something, you're in a creative manifestation surge, and things are going to happen very quickly. And it's all going to come together. This is about things being in sync. Okay, so could be Leo. This could be, where are we? Okay, so these two, I am unaware of any assignation, so, but this could be Leo you're working with here. All right, so we've got watching and waiting, the beginnings of conversation, hoping for that offer, or wanting to make that offer, because it would be what you want. This would be being able to get what you want or do what you want, make that offer to the person. The unexpected element here is twofold. You got the King of Swords. This could suggest online activity, dating, porn, gambling, someone who's heavily involved in online commerce, or their job is online based. So it could be that. It could be that you find something out, that having that truthful conversation leads to something different and new, and now you're working on something. This is solitary, working on by yourself type of situation. So this could be, maybe this person comes along and makes you an offer of work, the person that you're interested, but I think what this is about is finding something out through having a conversation. Somebody that you're interested in tells you what's what. Let's see what that's about. This is a very straightforward conversation here. So they're either wanting to figure, this is a small offer of security. This is a message of security. Maybe this is you having this conversation, and it goes from this, like, hey, I love you, I want to take this to the next level. And they're like, this is all I'm willing to give right now. It goes from a knight to a page. And they're like, okay, in terms of being stable or committed, I am not willing to go past a certain point. And that's the way I feel, or we're done. So this is you wanting to make that offer, perhaps, and then having that conversation, and the offer is less than you wanted. This is an offer falling short as well, and they're only willing to offer, work on, or give so much, and it's very clear cut for them. That's what they're willing to offer, and that's it. No more negotiation. And so you're sitting there going, okay, well, guess I'm gonna work this out myself then. I guess I'm gonna figure this out. This just fell out. This is general, so it's a variation of any of this under the same umbrella that I'm talking about. This could also be that I'm talking about your partner, and it's a reversal. I'm reading for cross watchers instead of for you, Libra. You could be the person saying, hey, this is what I want, because this is an air sign. This is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini here. And it looks like you're dealing with a water sign. We got cups, so that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio here. All right, so what else for this 8 of Coins here? The offer, this is negotiation, because this is it's almost like this is that sort of discussion, that mental energy going back and forth, watching and waiting, discussing, considering conversations, having conversations again. And this is right here, we got the Magician and this Eight of Coins and the Page of Pentacles. That's all energy trying to figure out how to make something work, or in the process negotiating something moving forward. So we got this Eight of Coins here, which is somebody working solitary work. So maybe there's been kind of a cutting off, or that's it, the offer was less than you wanted or they wanted. There's been a cutting off period. Someone's by themselves trying to figure something out, or they've just kind of absorbed themselves into work as a distraction. But they're trying to work out something to where it's compassionate. Okay, it could be involved with this, again, with the water sign here. But a balanced perspective, there is a love there. Someone's wanting it to work. I'm not sure what that is. Is that movement forward, or is that wanting to date other people? Is that, maybe this is them after they've figured a few things out. They're like, all right, I'll take that offer. I will take that offer. It's less than what I want. It's more passion-based than security-based. I want the whole package over here. I want security and love. But if you're only willing to offer minimal security, I will take the adventure because it still means I'm connected to you. So let's see what, okay, so this just flew out. Good Lord. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So, this just flew out. This would suggest that there's sort of a reaction, or like an immediate decision to make an offer. It could be settling, but that it might either take it or I'm going to walk away. Basically, I'm going to have to leave. I don't want to walk away, and then in fact, maybe there is disappointment at the reaction received because it's still not what you want. Okay, so maybe this is somebody counter offering, and this just flew out. So maybe somebody's doing a counter offer of, all right, I'll see your lack of, this is all you're willing to give, and I'll accept it. And how about we just have fun? How about no strings attached? We just have fun. And then whatever happens is anybody's game. So this is kind of like masterful negotiation, if you will, because it seems to work out in your favor, Libra. I get the sense that you're the one that's kind of holding all the cards here, or wanting to make the decision, and you have no problem keeping things strategic and to your benefit right now, because you're probably working on something, and that comes first before a relationship. So this just came out. It would be Pisces. This is about, things having to be a certain way, whether you like it or not. So this could be speaking to your person or to you, that right now things have to be this way. Right now things have to be this way, or I walk. I cut things off. It's very simple. Clear, decisive, clear, decisive. So, yeah, what's this wheel about? Stop it with the bouncing cards, good gracious. Again with the Magician, again with the Sun. Okay, so there's a synchronous event. There's kind of a synchronicity here in the sense that this is saying whatever's going to happen this is fate, this is karma, this is destiny. This is bigger than you and this other person. This was all intertwined and designed before you two met, yada, yada, yada. This is spiritual, divine guidance here, also playing a good part in this interaction with this person. Probably why there's a negotiation going on, because it's like, hey, wait a second, I feel very strongly about this. Well, I'm coming into this feeling very strongly about this, and back and forth we go. The fact that these two show up for clarifying the outcome here, or at least advice, is kind of like a neat little bow on the package, and whatever happens is supposed to be happening. So the outcome is unclear. It does bode well for both of your futures. However, it is unclear if it is with each of you together. We got the Magician here working on how to figure things out, manifesting, bringing things into being, and this being very beneficial for all. So this could be that the light is finally shed on this back and forth negotiation, that both of you are trying to figure things out, and it's good to do so because it will end up benefiting both of you in the end. This could be, conflict resolution here, and all of that you're arguing gets distilled down into movement forward. You got all four elements here. You got the love, you got the persistence, you got the insight and the know-how and the drive and the passion. You got everything working for you here, and that gets all kind of packaged into one thing to propel you both forward together. All that arguing, all that negotiating gets is to both of your benefits. Whether it's for you as a couple or individual remains to be seen. This would say yes, that it's the resolution for both of you. But again, it's up in the air, whether it's for both of you together or not. This would suggest an ending also. So an ending after you've negotiated and it's best for all concerned. Could go either way here. This could be a new cycle beginning for both of you together. Up in the air, Libra. It would depend on your personal situation with this person. It's very nuanced, isn't it? I mean, really, because I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, well, that could have just, this is shedding light on some issues or negotiation and distilling it down, figuring out a way. But then it could also be independent, and it just, in the back and the forth with the offers. And okay. There's no backstory here. This is simply things being illuminated, good times, happiness, yes, things working out. So, and yet you start off in this situation or this issue with small, maybe there's been a period of not, maybe that's why this musician showed up. There's been a period of not talking, and each of you have been kind of on your own trying to figure out how to make something work or how to manifest, bring things together to fruition, both of you working together. And so you start talking again. And then it goes from there, and then you end up with, depending on how this goes for each individual situation, you end up with this right here, which is completely open-ended, or at least unclear for me. Okay. All right, so somebody's in a supportive role. This is somebody that is willing to be in tune with others to the point where they're much more available for them than they are themselves. That's not a bad thing, because some people, that's their wheelhouse. It's not codependent. It's just someone being more receptive than assertive. So this is somebody that might be more comfortable, being the first one to take the second position, the beta, if you will. However, sometimes this beta needs to take the place of the alpha, or they need to have their own separate space, because being in tune with others and creating that harmony, or kind of making it their job to create that harmony, can take its toll, and they need to be recognized and appreciated. So whether it's their own safe space that they're able to retreat to, or somebody else giving them their day or their due, making them special, that's what's going on here. So it could be that, Libra, you're in the catbird seat, as I say, like the power position, and this person is the supportive person. Just don't take them for granted. Their offer is sincere. They are sincere. They're not to be discounted, though. Just because they're receptive and kind, don't mistake that for weak, passive, gullible. Or the other way around. This could be you, Libra, and this is a cross-watcher saying, don't take me for granted. Or, I mean, you're saying, don't take me for granted to your cross-watcher. But this is someone that's into balance and harmony. They would make a good partner. Whoever you're considering with, they would make a good partner. Libra. This was going to fly out. That's true love. Romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. All right. Libra. I wasn't going to pull that one. It just flew out. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to do another one. Libra. Kind of lovely. Just saying. Very Queen of Cups energy there. Just saying. Ace of Cups. Libra. Ooh, all the way up here. Inner wisdom. Using, this is very High Priestess-ish to me. So this could be Pisces. Use your, well, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. This is, to me, saying use your intuition, much like the High Priestess would. Use your intuition to make a decision about this. And maybe that's why it's this Wheel of Fortune here, because this is about your unique situation and your inner landscape, so to speak, helping you decide what to do from here forward with this person. And that's going to be a unique individual interpretation. So this is you having to go inward and really decide if this is what you want, because the future looks good. It's going to be good either way, but it's unknown, at least from my perspective. Which in turn means for you to decide intuitively. Sometimes it's really clear cut and people show up for confirmation. It's like, oh, hell no. Or, well, what are you doing? Yes, get on that. But this is different. This, seriously, whatever it is, it bodes well. It bodes well. It just is how it's going to manifest. Is up to you and the other person. Libra. A2. Awesome. Eternal dance. That right away was like, okay, you're gonna always just know for this person, if you continue with them, you will constantly be going back and forth. It will constantly be a negotiation. It's going to be a passionate ride with this person. There's going to be a lot of dynamic qualities about your interaction. We got air and water here mostly. Well, Libra, obviously. And then we've got the air or the water emotions. So we got cerebral mental activity and we got heart emotions. Not that either is devoid of each, but it's going to be a back and forth probably. Movement, the wheel of life, the path of least resistance. Don't know about that, but as far as movement and the wheel of life, you're going to be going round and round with this person. Peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts, and that's what this would be about, is finally finding that way to where it's happiness for both of you. Whether that's being together or apart, again, go inward and figure out what's best for you. But this would suggest that whoever this person is, they will make a good partner. They are willing to do the give and take and the dance. They just don't want to be taken for granted. Okay, all right, Libra, that is what I have for you. Thank you for staying around. If you have, I did have coffee today, so I might have been a little fast talking. Anyway, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope this works out for you. Take care.